Knock, knock, knock. Seems the black community has a visitor. They roll back DEI, we roll back our wallets. Now Target is rolling back to us, hat in hand.
The black community is boycotting Target. That's right, Al Sharpton led a boycott of Target. Why? Because they stopped with their DEI initiatives, that's why. But how much do these boycotts help us? Let's find out.
You don't have to march with me. You can, but you don't have to. You don't have to go to jail. All you got to do is don't shop where you're not respected.
Target is taking a financial hit after dropping its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. The retail giant has reportedly lost more than $12.4 billion in revenue.
This comes as calls for boycotts against the retailer continue. Atlanta-based Reverend Jamal Bryant launched a national 40-day Target fast back on March 5th.
I just don't understand what they're waiting on. I also, we're continuing this week our fight around DEI and our countdown on these corporations. And since the convention of National Action Network, we have met with the CEO of Pepsi and CEO of Target and be meeting with others next week. Now, there was some confusion about whether we was going to work with others that were boycotting these companies. And I've said from the beginning that we would. But let me explain something to you one time, just one time. Because I'm fighting Trump and I'm fighting those that cause DEI. Y'all can fight each other. I don't get in that little Negro mess. We started fighting DEI when Trump first came out with it. We started marching on Ackman, Bill Ackman, the business mogul who had started Let's End DEI with Harvard University and led to the firing of the first black woman president of Harvard, Claudine Guy. That's when we started picketing his office. Yesterday was the 67th week that we went out there picketing Ackman, who started this anti-DEI thing with Trump and them. And we've been there every Thursday. I was there several Thursdays, passed it on to our head of House of Justice, our coordinator. He's been there every week. Reverend at McHenry has led that every week, and there's been, you can look on my Instagram page, social media page. So we was already in this. Now, others that have come in and got in, we will work with, no matter who they are. But to try to play these games of who did this and is somebody trying to take...
Man, what the hell is he even talking about? I'm sorry.
Something. We are fighting those that are against DEI.
Okay.
There will be those that will try to be divided. There will those that will play into division. Don't let them separate us and confuse us because somebody's trying to grab something rather than deal with all of us. That's why every one that I meet with, I put on social media and get on radio and announce it. Some people said, oh, it was so-and-so in the meeting with Target. I called Reverend Bryant to be in the meeting. He was in the meeting. I called others when I met with Pepsi. They were in the meeting. I put on social media. It wasn't no secret. Now, all of these companies have met with other civil rights groups, and they have not put it out. I told everybody when I'm meeting, I'm on the radio every day. I don't have no midnight train to Georgia meetings. So anybody that's telling you that is lying or being misled. Let's keep our eye on the prize. I don't hide what I do. Every day I get up.
Sounds like some people trying to replace Al. They want to get their little shine on and get their beak sweat, so to speak, and become the face of what's going on. And he's letting it be known that he ain't going to allow that. But anyway, let's keep going. We almost done.
4 in the morning, I'm in the gym, 5:15. I tell y'all what I'm doing all day long. So tell everybody to put all their meetings on the table because mine is public. Now, Run that tape back with everybody, because I'm not getting into who shot John and what happened and all that. Keep your eye on the prize. I've been in this all my life, and we've been in this issue from day one.
All right, guys, so check this out. We got a couple things we need to point out about the DEI strike that we want to have, because I can't believe that these questions are not being asked. Why isn't anyone asking these basic questions? I got four things. Four things. First thing, very basic question we should be asking Reverend Al, and people that want to make money off the Reverend Al brigade, the people that want to follow behind the Democratic Party. I got to ask you one question. How many jobs have been lost by this boycott of Target? How many jobs been lost? What constitutes a loss from this? Now, Al's not going over any numbers. He doesn't talk about any of the results from the boycott. For something to be successful, you got to be able to measure it. Right? How many jobs have been lost? Because Target employs a lot of black people. If you cut their earnings, then some black people lose jobs? Let me preface that. How many black jobs have been lost just from Target workers? I saw it went down like 7%. There's been a drop in it's been a drop in sales, and the stock took a hit. So how many black people lost jobs since y'all boycotted? Come on now, sisters. I seen some of the sisters on TikTok.
Knock, knock, knock. Seems the black community has a visitor. They roll back DEI. We roll back our wallets. Now Target is rolling back to us, hat in hand.
So remember back in January when I said that we should boycott Target for 183 days? I referenced the Alabama bus boycott, which was 382 days. And the only reason that the city of Alabama stood down and passed laws that allowed people to sit wherever on the bus was because their pockets got light.
I seen some of the brothers on TikTok.
I've got a question. Do you think if Target had DEI, their CEO would have known not to go to Al Sharpton? Me neither.
I see sisters in comment sections. Yeah, don't mess with us. Okay, don't mess with you. Okay, question. How many black people lost jobs because y'all boycotted Target? Now, if you say, hey, that's just a casualty, we got to deal with it, you got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet, I get it. But why aren't we talking about it? This is transparency. Number two, you boycotted Target. How many black Americans were helped by boycotting Target? Show me some numbers, Al. Show me what's happening. Don't tell me you ain't got the money, Al. You got $500,000 just from Kamala Harris having that goofy interview. $500,000, you could have spent 10% of that and did a quantitative analysis to determine, folks, just how many black Americans were helped by this boycott. What's the upside? What is the upside? And what is the projected upside? Okay, so you said, Tim, it's too soon. It's too soon. We're still in the boycott stage. But it's going to help. Okay, so what is the projected positive to this action, this direct action, right? There's got to be something that you want to get out of this. What is the projected positive reaction or result that you want to get out of doing this? Number 3, the black businesses that were in Target. The ones, because formerly there was a good relationship between black Americans and Target, right? We all agree that Target had more black brands in their stores. How many of those brands are doing well now? What has been the impact of the boycott on those black brands that were in those stores before the boycott and after? How are they doing? And if you say, Tim, hey, man, I get it. I get what you're saying, Tim, but you know what? Some bananas got to be sacrificed if you want to have a good split. So, hey, that's what we got to do, man. Okay, fine. But you should be able to know. We should be able to know. Once again, Al Sharpton, he got $500,000 from Kamala Harris just for having a soft shoe interview. His National Action Network has money that they could do an analysis, a quantitative analysis to tell us how these brands have done. Because the whole purpose of it is DEI, right? Right? And it was because you're suggesting that DEI was benefiting us. Okay, so show me how boycotting Target, how it impacted those black businesses that were benefiting with the previous arrangement with Target. And now, how are they doing now that you've boycotted? Number 4, and this is for black, this ain't for Al. It's for us. Why is it that we got to make demands? Why can't we make demands for black America? Why are we making demands for a program that don't even focus on black America? I'm sorry. I don't know if I was loud enough. Why is it that we are so focused on this program, on DEI, which is a program that doesn't directly impact black America? Why would we sacrifice other businesses? And why would we put our currency? Why would we use our collateral, our historical collateral? Because that's what we got. We have historical collateral. We bring our collateral to the table. When black people come to the table, the whole country goes, black people. Because we're the one with the moral authority. We are the only group in America, the only group that's had the history of disenfranchisement. Anybody else been slaves in America? Anybody else been gone through Jim Crow? Anybody else suffered the way we suffered in segregation? You could be Mexican and come here. You can't say that. You could be Indian and come here. You can't say that. There are things so we have a moral claim on America that everyone acknowledges. We know this. Even when Trump mentions this, you get mad. But everyone knows it. It's like black people have a certain history that nobody else has. Part of the hustle, part of what Al does, black America, is he uses our collateral and siphons it off to other groups to help himself, to help his company, his organization. And what I'm saying is, why aren't we using these demands for us? Don't get me twisted. I don't give a bump about Target. They're just another retailer. What I care about is us. And what I'm saying is, why are we using our harnessing our morality, harnessing our capital, our moral capital that we have in America as the group of people that has gone through the most trauma, faced the most discrimination? Why are we expending that for a program that wasn't for us? Folks, if this is a program, if Al's conditions were, I want to see $100 million invested in the black community, I'd be damned. I don't got to like Al to support that. If he said, we want to see $100 million invested in black small businesses by Target every year for the next 10 years. then that'd be different. If you were saying they've been disproportionately firing and discriminating against Black America, we need to boycott because they have not been treating Black employees fairly. Class action lawsuit, right? Then I would support. But when you say DEI, DEI is everybody. DEI is everybody except white guys, except straight, able-bodied white guys. Because DEI is veterans, well, non-veterans. DEI is veterans, LGBTQ, religious, Jewish folks, Black folks, Asian folks, Latin American folks. It's all these categories. All these categories of people fall into DEI. Y'all know that. So, but we're doing the heavy lifting on the moral authority portion of it. We're the moral center of it. But I would support if this was a Black boycott for Black people to benefit. But this is a Black boycott for the rest of the world to benefit. And why does that make any sense to Black Americans if you're advocating for Black America? How does that make sense? And what's the payoff? Like, what are we getting that makes it worth our while that we would do this? So you want us to, so what has happened is, and it's so shameful, and it's actually very frustrating, folks, because what we have Black Americans gleefully and braggadociously, like bragging about a boycott that helps everybody else more than it helps us. And you can't even tell me what we're losing by doing it, what we stand to gain by doing it. Anything data-driven about it at all. It is time. It's way past time, fam. It is time for you guys to accept that Al Sharpton is playing for another team. He's been playing for another team for quite a long time. This should be the final straw. This should be it. We should not hear no more from Al. And anybody that supports Al, we should not, you know what, we're past putting this on Al. This is on those leaders that support Al because it's a new day. This got to be a new day, Johnson. We got to hold those people that don't have the guts to stand up and tell Al to sit his ass down. We got to hold them accountable. Folks, this is basic. Al ain't telling us numbers. He ain't telling us how we won. He ain't telling us what we won. He ain't telling us what we get. He's just diluting our claims and spinning it on this. And he talk about don't let it separate us. Don't let them separate us. From who? From what? It's very frustrating to be a person that's looking at this content, you know, as I get geared up to research for this show tonight, and to just see the people that are lapping this up as if this is beneficial to us. It's frustrating, man, because I can't answer those 4 questions. Those are the questions I sought out to answer before I did this segment. I wanted to find out, okay, so what jobs we losing, what jobs we getting, how we benefiting, and I don't see anything. This is all talk. But I bet you afterwards, if we ask Al, what did the National Action Network get? I bet if we start asking those questions. I bet if we start asking, did somebody Al know, or maybe friends of Al get some jobs, or maybe they get some promises? See, that's how corruption works. So somebody's got to come out on top. Someone's benefiting. Let's not be delusional. Somebody benefits from this. You know why I go for a walk around the block 5 times? Helps my cardiovascular system. It's good for my heart. It's good for my legs, good for my arms, good for my heart, good for my energy. That's why I do it. You should know why you do something. Why are you boycotting? You want to teach them a lesson. Hey, look, man, we're not children here. What are we getting out of this? If you can't say what you're getting out of it, best believe somebody else is getting something out of it. Just ain't you. Perfect. You made it to the end of the video. I appreciate you. Now, Google thinks this next video is going to be perfect for you. It's right up your alley. So click the next video, watch that with me, and let's keep this politics going. You're built for this.